in. Happy Friday. I hope you had a fabulous week. I'm very happy that it's Friday. Let me know if you feel the same way in the comments. Leave a TGIF. Looking forward to the weekend. Get to sleep in and relax. But before we do that, we have a great show lined up for you tonight. So we got some things we got to get into. My name is Aries Rose, if you're not familiar with me, and welcome to Aries Rose TV. And you know the drill if you've been on a live before. Leave hashtag Aries Crew in the comments if you're a returning Aries Crew member. Leave first time watcher if you are a first time watcher. I want to give you a shout out for stopping by and spending part of your day here. On this channel, we talk about movies, TV shows, streaming shows, local news, world news, politics, celebrity news, basically anything I find interesting, I come on and discuss with my Aries crew. And tonight's show, we have to continue to go through day 13 of the Diddy trial. As you know, we've been following this trial since day one. You can get your updates here on Aries Rose TV. So we got to go through that testimony, see what was talked about on this trial. And Martin Lawrence and Eddie Murphy are officially in-laws. Their kids are married, so we got to talk about that. Smokey Robinson had been investigated back in 2015 for an alleged sexual assault. So we got to talk about that. This is the first time I'm hearing about this, so that clearly flew under the radar. President Trump said he'll look into a pardon if Diddy is convicted. No real surprise there because they always seem like they had a good relationship, but you know we got to get into that. And we got to talk about Cardi B and Offset. Cardi B is upset that Offset has asked for spousal support. So get ready, get your popcorn, get your drinks. We're about to get into some things today. So we're going to start off with our first one here with Martin Lawrence and Eddie Murphy being in-laws. So their children got, I want to say, engaged last year. Maybe it was earlier this year. And it's Martin Lawrence's daughter and Eddie Murphy's son, and they are officially married. So the two comedians are now officially family. So let's get into that. I mean, pretty much comedic royalty, especially in the Black community, merging together through a marriage. So definitely excited for them. So this reporting from TMZ. It's official. Martin Lawrence's daughter just said "I do" to Eddie Murphy's son, and honestly, it's the ultimate Hollywood fairy tale we didn't know we needed. Eddie himself spilled the tea. His son Eric Murphy from ex Paulette McNeely and Jasmine Lawrence, Martin's daughter, with ex Patricia Southall, secretly tied the knot almost 2 weeks ago. And he dished on the Jennifer Hudson show that while the families were ready to plan an extravagant wedding, the lovebirds opted for a low-key, intimate ceremony, just the two of them, a church and a preacher. I'm not mad at that. Save your money. You don't have to do a huge, big wedding for everybody else and then use that money to go on a fabulous honeymoon, vacation, do whatever. But I'm all for saving money off of a big wedding and then putting that towards something fun you want to do. And this is back to the reporting. He also joked that it was a relief for Martin that there was no wedding bills to foot, which had been an ongoing joke between the two stars about who's going to pick up the tab for the big day. As we reported, Martin's daughter Jasmine and Eddie's son Eric got engaged the day before Thanksgiving after 3 years of bliss. So congratulations to their family. That's a wonderful thing. That's a blessing to have that in their lives, and wishing them all the success in the world. Let me know your thoughts in the comments about Eddie Murphy and Martin Lawrence officially being family, and let's send some well wishes to their children for a successful marriage. And now let's get into, all right, we'll talk about here Smokey Robinson. So this reporting from TMZ, allegedly he had been investigated for sexual assault back in 2015. Never heard of that at all. So that one went under the radar here. But let's see what information they have found on that. I'm going to take a quick drink of water here. And if you're here on the live, let me know if you are part of the Aries crew by saying hashtag Aries crew in the comments, or if you're a first time watcher, leave first time watcher. I'm going to give you a shout out for stopping by and spending some time here. And this reporting from TMZ, Smokey Robinson was investigated for alleged 2015 sexual assault, but he was never charged. So let's get into it to see what was going on there. Prosecutors in Los Angeles are revealing for the first time Smokey Robinson was investigated for an alleged sexual assault back in 2015, but the probe did not result in criminal charges. The LA County District Attorney's Office tells TMZ they discovered that in 2015, the DA's office was presented with an sexual assault allegation against Smokey, and that the case was kicked up to prosecutors by the Los Angeles County Sheriff's Department. The DA says prosecutors ultimately decided not to charge Smokey with the crime due to a lack of evidence. Our sources say the alleged victim from the 2015 sexual assault case is not one of the 4 anonymous women who recently sued Smokey for sexual battery, assault, false imprisonment, and gender violence. 3 of the 4 women from the new lawsuit filed police reports against Smokey, and he's now the subject of a new LASD investigation, Los Angeles Sheriff Department investigation. Smokey's denied the claims, called them a shakedown, and has filed a countersuit. Robinson's attorney, Christopher Ross, tells TMZ, quote, "We are pleased that this statement has been released in which the LA District Attorney has confirmed that there was no basis to file charges a decade ago," end quote. Frost adds, quote, "One unfortunate aspect of celebrity is that it's not uncommon to be target of spurious and unsubstantiated allegations. Mr. Robinson looks forward to the conclusion of the current investigation and has no doubt that a similar determination will be reached here," end quote. It looks like there's an update as well, but let me know if you even knew he was investigated for this in 2015. I never heard those allegations. Smokey Robinson to me has just been one of those unproblematic entertainers. He's an architect for the Motown sound, helped write some of the biggest songs that I think shaped the Black experience in the 50s, 60s, and 70s. He did My Girl for the Temptations, which is one of my favorite songs. I think it's just a beautiful love song ballad. He wrote songs for the Supremes, for pretty much anybody that was on Motown. He had a part in their successor, had written a song that had really helped put them on the map because he was just that talented of an artist. So it's just very sad to hear these types of things associated with him, especially at his age of 85. But we're going to be following this story. Anytime there's updates coming out here, we're going to see what's going on with it. And we do have an update on this one. So 2:50 p.m. Attorneys John Harris and Herbert Hayden, who represent Jane Does 1 through 4 in the current lawsuit, tell TMZ, quote, "The statement released by the Los Angeles County District Attorney's Office confirms that charges were not filed against Mr. Robinson due to insufficient evidence, not because the claims lacked merit. This underscores the significant challenges victims face when reporting incidents of sexual assault, particularly when the alleged perpetrator is a powerful and well-known figure. Moreover, this latest development further affirms that at least 5 women have now come forward with allegations of sexual assault against Mr. Robinson. Together, they are united in their pursuit of justice," end quote. Let me know your thoughts on this in the comments. I just hate hearing his name associated with any of these things, and we'll see how this plays out, if it ends up going to trial or not. So you'll definitely get your updates on this Smokey Robinson investigation and lawsuit that's been filed here on Aries Rose TV.